Okay, welcome everyone to our weekly Pure Land sharing circle. So tonight I will share another rebirth case from the book A Record of Sages in the Pure Land. Okay, and tonight's rebirth case is quite short. So usually these rebirth cases are quite short. So it's good, we'll keep it short and sweet. So I won't go into details about the book as I have done it in my first session. So it's a book that recorded nearly 900 rebirth cases from ancient time in China to recent days. Okay, so tonight I'd like to share the rebirth case of monk Seng'gan. So monk Seng'gan, it's a native of Binzhou. So Binzhou, it's in ancient time, in ancient China, it's now like maybe somewhere near Inner Mongolia, that part of China. How the Visualization Sutra of the Infinite Life and the Amitabha Sutra. So he recited these sutras or practice in accordance to the sutra. So he held these sutras. He dreamed that his body was born with feathery wings. The left side with the words of the Visualization Sutra, and the right side with the words of the Amitabha Sutra. He wanted to fly, but his body was heavy. So that's in his dream. So maybe one evening he dreamed that he had these feathery wings, and then each side of the wings have the words of the sutras he was reciting. But his body was quite heavy, so he could not really fly. And then after reciting the sutra for 2 more years, he dreamed that his wings grew longer. And when he wanted to fly, his body became lighter. Okay, so 2 more years of reciting the sutras, his wings, also in his dreams, grew longer, and his body became lighter when he wanted to fly. Maybe less common obstacles. And then after reciting the sutras for a further 2 years, he flew without hindrance towards the west, where he arrived in the land of ultimate bliss. He saw a Buddha and 2 bodhisattvas who said, "Because of the power of you reciting the sutras, you have arrived at the borderland of the land of bliss. When you return to the Sahat world, you should recite the sutras 48 times a day for 1,000 days. Then you can be born in the highest grade." Now again, this was also in his dream. So he flew towards the west and he arrived in the land of ultimate bliss. And in a lot of these rebirth cases that we have seen, people maybe dreamed of the Buddhas and the bodhisattvas or the land of ultimate bliss. And then some people may be like, but is this real? It's like a dream. Well, the reason why he would dream of this was because of his own practice. His practice resonated with Amitabha Buddha's vows, with the Pure Land. That's why he would dream of that. In a way, we are also now living in a dream. Like now, our sort of so-called everyday reality, it's really like a dream, an illusion. So, okay, so maybe sometimes our dreams are even more real than this so-called reality. So the Buddha and Bodhisattva tell him, okay, you have done well, but you need to try harder. So go back and recite the sutras 48 times a day for 1,000 days, then you can be born in the highest grade. Seng'gan woke up from his dream and practiced accordingly. After 3 years, he attained rebirth. The place he reclined, lotuses were born with 7 stems and did not wither for 7 days. So he practiced in accordance to the message he got from the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas. And then he attained rebirth. And then there was also very auspicious signs of the lotuses that actually manifested from the place he reclined and did not wither for 7 days. Okay, so it's quite an interesting, short and sweet case. Okay, Alexis, when we say we are reciting a sutra, does that mean we have memorized it and recited with my memory, or may we just read it aloud? Thank you, Amitabha. Okay, I feel the word maybe recite may be used a little bit loosely nowadays. Sometimes when we say recite, we may just mean to read it out loud. But strictly speaking, the word recite should mean that we should be able to memorize it with our mind, with our heart. Yeah. But I think it can be used in both meanings. Sometimes when we say recite, the word recite in Chinese has these two meanings. It can mean either you memorize it with your heart, with your mind, or you can read it out loud. Yes, Amitabha. Okay, so let's do a merit transfer. We vow to be born in the Western Pure Land, have the 9 great lotuses as our parents. When the lotuses open, we'll see the Buddha and realize the Dharma of no birth and no death, with non-regressing bodhisattvas as our companions. Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Amituofo.